Not that it's going to be any different from this one. If I can find it. Me ibuprofen gel. But it's got a different name to it than the other one. So I've got to put some gas in my lighter. And I just bought some gas as well. Give me flamethrower. Making that noise, my hot water bottle. I've got a hot water bottle on for me bloody leg. I've lost 2 lighters but found one. I've lost 2 lighters and found 2. Taking the tent down. The big tent, it's got the middle out of it now. I've left the outer up. Yeah, we've got some of this, which I fit. I've just rung NHS 111 about me fucking leg. Got to see a doctor within 2 hours, she said. He's going to ring me, but by the time they ring, it'd be about 2 in the morning. You know what I mean? How are you going to fucking... What chemist is open then? But I've taken Cocodamol, it's just done nothing. Never been in so much pain. Well, it comes and goes in waves. Anyway, I've been quite chirpy today. Been proper active. Got the tent down. Cleared out the tent. Also put a long wire up. We'll test that out later. Obviously, you know I like my radios and things. Well, you get these these little antennas. Then you can also use a long wire, which is what my granddad used to use. So what I've done, I've got a big reel of coax. In fact, I'll show you. I've done what my granddad used to do. Oh, just back it up. Wow. She said, "You got any pain in the testicles?" I said, "No, love, I haven't. It's just a leg." It's a nerve, man. Sciatica. Don't get it. If you've never had it, don't get it. I'll tell you what, I'm quite physically fit, and it's done me. I've got a high tolerance for pain, man. I can handle a bit of pain, but this just takes the piss. Anyway, I'll show you my long wire. What's the long wire? You're asking yourself. We're back in the room now. What I've got down here, look, guys. It is my long coax wire. And guess where that's going? That's going all the way up the garden, up into my willow tree. I've got the ladder out there. I've literally climbed up into the tree and screwed it right in. So I've got one massive long wire. All you do is connect that to your aerial. Boom. You get different frequencies for different lengths. See, I'm not just a music show, it's educational as well. But then I only know all that because my dad was an engineer. But saying that, he was an engineer, but I've been into radios all my life, so. But I suppose it does help. God. Someone shoot me now, guys. Shoot me now. Quite. I'll tell you what, people that are like big and overweight and that, who get this, must really struggle, man. It must knock them, they must fall over. Because I'm fit as that and I keep wobbling about. Sciatica. The sciatic nerve. just in the left. It's just in the left. The only way I've worked out sort of curing it or moving it about, because it goes into your calf and then into your foot. It's very weird. Get a hot water bottle. But I've heard the cold treatment works as well, but I ain't tried that. I'm doing the hot water bottle trick. Oh, I've got this hot water bottle that you plug that plugs in. It's, I'll show you. I'm just warming that up. Whack that on my left buttock, and then Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt. Well, I think that's what they say, isn't it? Wow, back for another live. I've done some lives today, haven't I? I'll do some lives anyway. Space, YouTube ain't gonna stop going live. But it's all good. It's all good. I'd rather go live anyway, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm quite apt at communicating, so it don't bother me. Some people are a little bit shy on that, but at the end of the day, it's all good. Even the trolls don't bother me. What time of doctor? You know what them? You know what the ONHS 111 lines like? There's probably 16,000 illegal immigrants fucking on the phone ringing them. Because that's what it's like in all the hospitals around here. You walk in, there's 15,000 immigrants in there. Yet the government are asking, the NHS is broken and we don't know why, so we're going to blame you lot, the British people. Even though, if you've got 1,000 people paying in and 2,000 are using it, it don't work, does it? Cheers, Jackie. I don't know, I suppose I just tell it like, I'm very old school, I tell it like it is, but I'm not sort of rude or nothing, or I can be, if someone's rude to me, but no. I'm quite laid back, open-minded, and I've got a good sense of humour, so it goes a long way. In fact, I've got a bit of a Scouse sense of humour from my mum. It's getting nice and warm now. You watch what'll happen is I'll just nod off about 2 in the morning and the doctor will call. Hello there. There's nowhere to go anywhere. I don't think there's anywhere. There might be one in Larkfield, which is about a 45-minute ride if I wanted to ride there, which I don't. But there's no other chemist open till, well, saying that, we've got like a little sort of cottage hospital. I've been there before for meds, but it's all good. I'm probably all chirpy and lively because I ain't done no meds, have I? I hadn't done no meds for 4 or 5 days up until yesterday. And I sort of got my meds. But I've swapped chemists now. I'm with the local one here. I'm sorry if I talk too quick. Someone mentioned that I talk too quick, so I'll have to slow down. No. That's living in Kent too long. Nah. It's a nice county. Garden of England, didn't you know? But I am a man of Kent. Depends which side of the river you're born, see? If you're born the other side, you're a Kentish man. But I'm a man of Kent. And for the girls, it's a Kentish maid and a maid of Kent, I believe, or something like that. But no. Royal West Kent, actually. I was born here. My dad was born in the next road. How about that? Me in 71. And my dad in 36. In the front bedroom he was born. When my dad was born, my mum would have been 2. So there you go. But both war children. My mum stayed in Liverpool during the war, and Bootle, where she came from, got bombed shitless. In fact, Liverpool got hit really bad because of the docks. And obviously my dad, he used to watch the Germans come over here, and obviously being in Kent, well, they used to call it Bomb Alley or something, because obviously a lot of Germans used to come over, get to the cliffs of Dover, just a few minutes over there and you're over you sort of over here. And what a lot of them, some of them used to shit themselves, which don't blame them. So all they used to do is just drop the bombs and turn off and go. But yeah, quite a few bombs and that hit the village. Doodlebugs blew up the pub. So my dad informs me. And my dad said he used to go out in the street and you'd hear the Germans going coming over, and then out of Westmoreland, which is quite a famous airfield. It's not an airfield now, but it's sort of the next village up from mine. My dad said you'd see the Spitfires going like after them. They had a prisoner of war camp as well up the road. But my dad said the prisoners were ever so friendly. Used to do all the old people's grass and gardens and that. Italians and Germans. But I suppose compared to what they were doing to us, it was a luxury, I suppose. But yeah. And in the Second World War, that's when my granddad, my mum's dad, was in a submarine. That's the one that got blew out the submarine. Here we go. Warm arse cheek time. You know, I'm not being rude. I say you get rid of this fucking whatever it is, man. Fucking never had this before. Some of you lot might have had it before, but I ain't. I'll tell you what. My doctor said I'll keep exercising. Apparently it goes away, but my mate, she said she had to have an operation. Then I spoke to my other pal, Lee, it said he went to physio that cured it. But I don't need any physio, I do that myself. Quiet out there. When's Halloween, man? Fucking Christmas and all that soon, man. Best get the tree out. I went round my mate Lee's last night. And the Christmas tree's out. I said, you got a fucking tree up, son? He said, we ain't even took it down. Cracked me up. He hasn't either. Crazy. Anyway, what's everyone doing for Christmas, eh? Me? I'm going to be playing records, and I'm going to buy lots of records. That's why I ain't bought a few, because I've got, obviously, got that new Beat album coming out, so I've got to buy the other one as well. So I'll have 4 or 5 new albums to, probably more than that, to listen to. Plus, I might buy a new record deck. Obviously, I've got the Retro Techniques ones, but I'll tell you what I fancy. Pioneer, right? Pioneer. Do a deck that's white, just brilliant white. It just looks really good. Danger Poodle. What do you want, Santa? I'll have. Well, if he's bringing anything, Noodle, I'll have 2 Techniques Mark II 1200s, please. Nah, that'd be nice. I've used all the Techniques. I've used the new ones. I've used the retro ones like I've got, and I prefer the retro ones. No difference. Talk. Mine were made in 1978, still spinning now. But Pioneer, a PLX, a DJ PLX 500. They do 1,000 ones. They're all, what's the word I'm looking for? Direct drive. But they only do the PLX 500s in the white. They don't do the thousands in the white, but probably cost, well, I think they're going to cost me about 300 quid, but lovely decks, pure white. Same kind of setup as the Techniques, with the crossfader, I mean, pitch control on the right. But then again, to be honest, it pays you to buy two at once because you get a bit of a discount. So, like, instead of paying $350 or something each, you can probably pay 500 for the pair. So, who knows, man? Christmas, eh? Christmas was all right if you're when you was a kid. I think people have forgot the real meaning of Christmas. It's just a big commercial deal, isn't it now? Yeah, it is a pretty good deal. Yeah. You can even get a better deal if you buy a mixer with it as well. They'll do a bit more off. But what I might do is I already spend, right, about £1,500 on records each year at this shop. So I might say to them, look, bang me in the computer. You know what kind of customer I am. I want to buy that and that and that, and I want a better deal than what you're giving everyone else. That's what I might do. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I'm putting like nearly £2,000 a year in their deals, records. Yeah, mate, it is. Really, it's about Jesus Christ. Not that I'm into Jesus. Well, I am a Christian. That's what something. But I'm Church of England. Not that I'm very religious, guys. I don't believe in God. Why don't I believe in God? Because when I was 10, my mum passed away, right? When I was 10, I was only a little boy. And I prayed to God to bring her back, man, and help me. Do you know what? I've never heard from that fucker. Never. So, up yours. Nah, there's no God, man. Well, that's it. You got to have a deal, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? You got to have a, especially in this day and age, in the current sort of climate we're all in, bartering, I believe it's called. I'll give you 2 sheep for that record there. That used to do years ago. But yeah, I'll see if I can get a good. Plus, I bought a couple of mixers off them before as well as all the records. Shop in London. So they know how much you spend. So last year I spent about £2,000 now. The year before I spent about £2,000. It's about £4,000. When I was going, obviously I've got all the records, two-tone and that now, but when I was buying them all, it was just like very expensive. But it was fun. It's been fun. But that's what I'm into. Do you know what I mean? I'm into my records. I don't mind spending my money on that. Do you know what I mean? There's worse things you could be doing, isn't it? I could be fucking, don't know, just blowing the money. And really, I'm getting money back. Do you know what I mean? It's an investment. It's not like I've just blown it and I'm never going to see that again, because I will have to sell all them records, all them two-tone ones, all that big bundle you've seen me sorting out today. And there's more to go in that. That'll all go in one swoop, because I think that'd make a very good collection on its own, man. That's okay, mate. That's life. Breast cancer. they couldn't really save a lot of the girls back then in the early 80s. But saying that, I wouldn't wish it on any kid. It was 2 days after my 10th birthday. I'm the youngest of 5. Saying that, deal with it. Certainly sets you up for death. You know what I mean? When my dad died, I was his carer for 25 years and end of life carer. In fact, my mum passed away in this room, and my dad passed away in the room next door. Maybe I'm going to go in that one where the records are, because that's the one left. Yeah, I'm quite at home with death. It's not an issue. But gosh, I wouldn't wish it on any kid. Does it screw your life up? Yeah. Too right it does. Does when you got ADHD. You don't know you got it. But it's all good. 54 next year. Getting there slowly. If my dad can get to 78, drinking as much rum, smoking as many bags as he did, I should be getting 110. Oh yeah, mate. Some people say, right, death is just the beginning. And I can see why. You know what I mean? It's not the end, it's the beginning. Do you think, right, that we're on this planet, right? Forget God and all that, right, for a minute. He didn't create the planet. We evolved, right? The Big Bang, boom, and all of that, right? We evolved. And basically, do you think that us evolving, look how complex the planet Earth is. Do you think it's just you live and then die? I don't. I think that there is something else. There's got to be. What it is, we won't know till we get there. But yeah, there's somewhere out, the afterlife, wherever that is. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think there's something out there. Obviously, you stop being. Your body dies, but your soul. Like some people think we're like reincarnated and come back as whatever you want to come back as, a bird, a dog, whatever. Who knows? Who knows? All I know is that I'm quite glad I'm the age I am, because when you look at the world now and how, what's the word I'm looking for without offending anyone, how politically correct it's become. Now you can't say boo to a goose. Do you know what I mean? You're not allowed. That's wrong. You know what I mean? It makes me, I'm glad that I'm the age I am, because then again, I just tell it like it is, man. Oh yeah, no one knows really. But yeah, if there is a big God at the end of it, and he said, "Oi, Bill, you didn't fucking believe in me. Here I am," and I'll be shocked. But then I'll be asking him, "Where the fucking hell was you then, pal?" But it's all good. So hope he's got a sense of humour. Or we could all be going down to meet the devil. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the world's effed, man. Effed. Completely. Can you imagine if there was a world war now and the youngsters had to go and do what the youngsters did years ago? They'd all be crying for money. Crazy. Where's my energy drink? Looks like piss, doesn't it? But it's not. That's better. Anyway, good evening to everyone out there. Hope you've all had a good weekend. Back to the grind tomorrow. Payday Wednesday, just done my non-payment week. That means I can go back to Cash Converters and get my stuff back. So I don't sell it to them, I just sort of get it on buyback. So it's quite handy actually having a million zillion different fucking radios. There's always saying I can cash out. In fact, they got a nice little record deck in there actually. What make was it? I'll do a little video next time I'm in there. I'll show you the decks and that they got in there. Cash Converters. In fact, I know the girl and the fella in there, I'll get quite a good deal really. But then again, they know I'm always there with the duck money. I ain't letting them fucking have me right over, do you know what I mean? It's bad enough paying a little bit of interest you have to pay, but again, that's the game they're in, isn't it? They ain't going to, like CEX, ain't going to pay you top dollar, because then they got to try and sell it for top dollar. What I've got to do this week is get my phone fixed. This phone here, I've got a Huawei P30 Pro, but the back screen's gone. Now the front one's starting to go, so I'm going to get all that done. It's probably going to cost me £100 to do that, but it's all good. See, this was the last Huawei that's still got the like Google Play Store in it, so I can get all the apps. To be honest, this phone's pretty good. It's got a pretty good sound. I've had people commenting on my music and that. Anyway, guess what? Sciatica has left the buttocks. Oh, water bowl, that's the trick, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, I've had it now for about 8 weeks. Tell you what I might do. Go in the other room. Sort them other records out. Let me spliff. But I'll tell you what I might do first. Put the top on. Quite nippy now. Oh, my lace has come undone, right? I've got to try and lift my leg up now. Wobbling around. Horrendous. I wonder why I've never had that before. Sciatica. Have any of you lot ever had sciatica? Because I ain't. I'll tell you what. It's really annoying. Alright. No, you don't want it, mate. Hang on, I'll best plug me power bank in. It's a nerve. You've got two nerves that go down your back and then down over your buttocks and down both legs. It's called the sciatica nerve. Oh. Yeah. Don't know what that doctor's going to prescribe me when he calls. Probably tell me to take some paracetamol or something. I've had that before. Right. Yeah, that's charging. No, it's not. Oh, it's not good at all, mate. It's proper painful. And I've got a high tolerance for pain. I can handle a bit of pain, but this is... It doesn't help that I'm 6'2", you see. I'm quite a big lad. I've still got my shopping in here. We've got to get some bacon, I think. Smoky bacon. Got some bread. Did I get smoky bacon? Got some more butter. Cowpole. Smoky bacon. Some more gas. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Might sniff a bit of gas, man. That might buzz it away. I've got a bit of weed here off my mate last night. He's doing the job. And I've got this ibuprofen gel that sort of feels nice while you're rubbing it. While you're rubbing it in, but as soon as you stop, it's back again. But it can be related to your back. But to be honest with you, where I do cycling, running, and done boxing and all sorts, it would have hit me by now. It don't help being hyperactive though, because I'm moving about all the time. My doctor says that's good to exercise it. Wow, that pain's intense. By the end of the day, it's mind over matter, I think. Pain. Well, it is, yeah. It is mind over matter. Wow. I've got to sit down, man. Because that really is... I've got to shut the window, but I've got that wire going out. Long wire. Tell you what we're going to do. Ooh. We're going to get that little heater, little fan heater, blow that on my leg. Apparently you can use an ice pack or something as well. Wow. It is quite nippy in here. Here we go now. Lovely and warm in a minute. Here we go. Right. Just going to put my police on. Got my two-tone badge on. When I went to the two-tone exhibition in the summer, tell you what, forget the records for a minute. I'll sit down and get warm. Oh, that's lovely. I've got a ceramic fan heater. Luckily I've got quite a bit on electrics, that's all good. This little baby. I've got these really good, what are they called? Oil filled radiators. I've got this. Once I get the button down. Wow, that's really warm. Hello, Michael. How you doing, mate? Not that you could sit here all winter with this on. Well, I could, but I wouldn't be buying any records. Now, this don't use a lot. Where it's ceramic, some of them fan heaters are a bit of a con. But where this is actually ceramic, it's very hot. What you been up to, Mick? Anything good? Sort out some more records in a minute. Got another couple of bags up here to do. In fact, that's lovely and warm, that. Does he really? Wow. He done well last night. Fucking smashed it. He couldn't have done any better. Did you watch the bit in the main fight? That geezer was robbed. That Bivol was proper robbed, man. In fact, I couldn't believe it. They've got to have a rematch. No one said that Fabio was going to do that. You know what I mean? No one thought he was going to do that. But just goes to show, smashed the shit out of him. Oh, it was a proper robbery, mate. The big fight was a proper robbery. That Bivol won that hands down. They give it to the other guy. But I couldn't believe Fabio's fight. I weren't expecting that. He caught him a good one straight early, didn't he? He caught him early, shook him, and boom, just finished him. I'm quite looking forward to Mike Tyson, guys, versus Jake Paul. My money's on Mike Tyson inside 3 rounds. Yeah, a lot of them you get the right decision, but you certainly didn't last night. Even the geezer, that baby top, whatever his name, even Arthur. Even he looked shocked that they'd give it to him. But I've got to say, Bivol, the way he spoke afterwards, he conducts himself very well. And then you had Chris Eubank and fucking Ben giving it the big one when he's banned for drugs. Crazy. Yeah, looking forward to Mike Tyson. Who else you got? December the 23rd, you got Tyson Fury versus Usyk, the rematch. My money's on Fury to beat the shit out of him in the rematch. He's going to fight me next. Don't know if he can step up to that, mate. I'm pretty quick. I'm 6'2". I'm going to be leaning all over him. Pay-per-view, that one, bruv. I'll have a go. I've done boxing. I've got a picture downstairs of me at boxing. My dad used to own and run the local boxing club when we was kids. But Fabio, he's come from white collar boxing, so he's done very well. But it depends, you know what I mean? I'd be, my weight anyway would be, I'd be like middleweight. But I could probably balloon up to heavyweight. But I might lose my speed. Got some boxing gloves in the next room, man. Tell him I fight him. Tell him to give Turkey Al Sheikh a bell. Say Phil wants to row with him, but he's got to put the dough up first, though. Yeah, he done well. He done well. The way he finished him, people were saying, oh, it's just national level, blah, blah, blah. I think he's world level, man. Like he said, he wants a world title. I expected more from Fraser. But then he got caught early. Do you know what I mean? I suppose once you get caught early, the game's over, isn't it? Rematch if I beat him. Don't know about that. He can keep up with my speed anyway. I'd be too quick for him. Too tall. 6'2". Double bubble. Yeah, mate. That's why Joshua's going to get straight back in there with Daniel Dubois, who beat the shit out of him the other night. But at the end of the day, Joshua wants to be a three-time world champion. What's the point in not going for the rematch? You've got to go for the rematch, man. All you're doing is you're going to go for the title again, but he's got to obviously do something different. But I think Joshua's the secret's out of the bag with Joshua. Bang him on the nut and that's it. Game over. Yeah, it is all about the money. It is all about the money. You look at Eubank and that last night, and the way Ben got in the ring and that, and I mean, it's all orchestrated. Oh yeah, it's all a business. And to be honest, they're two different weights. Saying that, I think, yeah, they are two different weights. That's why young Ben got on the drugs. He's actually banned at the minute, as he can't even box anyway. But I think it's mad how Saudi Arabia have just come in and changed the game, putting all the fights together, all the millions of pounds. I think it's quite good actually for boxing. Because now you're actually seeing the fights. You know what I mean? Anything's possible. If Turkey wants the fight, it had the fight. The fact that Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren and all them lot are all talking is just unbelievable. But yeah, everybody wants to get on that Riyadh pay wagon, don't they? But I'd say Fabio earned his money last night. He was probably the best fight. Him and the main one. But I weren't expecting him to do that. I expected more of Fraser Clark. Or, do you know what I mean? I expected it to go a bit long, especially after the first one. It was just a right war, wasn't it? How far was he live near you then? Fucking tell him well done, bruv, when you see him. Good fight that was. Fucking blew him away, man. And a lot of people had Fraser Clark down that he was going to blow Fabio away. But to be honest, I always quite liked Fabio. I think he's a bit more normal. I think Fraser's got a bit of a big head, whereas Fabio seems quite down to earth guy. Quite the drink. Yeah, definitely. Expensive. Yeah, he'll climb up the he'll climb up the old ranking now. In fact, he'll move on to bigger fish now. Yeah, whereabouts are you from, Mick? You told me before. Yeah, he seems down to earth, bruv. That's why I quite liked him. Like, but I weren't expecting. Nobody was expecting that last night. Everyone was expecting a good tear up. Do you know what I mean? And made the best man win. It's probably going to be close, but that weren't even close. He blew him away, man. He said he wants to fight at Ipswich Town, man. I've been to Ipswich. Honestly, Bay up near Ipswich. You're from Ipswich. I've been to Ipswich, bruv. When I was in Holiday Bay, you used to put your best dress on, this green shirt and fucking dodgy pair of trousers, and they used to let you go into church, Ipswich Church, man. But everyone used to know you was a villain. But it's all good. Got you out of the fucking unit. Yeah, I've been to Ipswich. Ipswich Church, man. What's that been held for review? Ipswich is a shithole. I wouldn't know, bruv. I've only sort of been... We used to go to church there, and that was it. Woodbridge is pretty shit. Ipswich is full of villains. Yeah, Suffolk, Norfolk, loads of villains that way. That's what's full of in Holiday Bay. Holiday Bay was full of fucking Norfolk bods, Ipswich bods. My black pal Sammy, he was from Ipswich, who I used to work with when I was in there. Yeah, weird that is, at Holiday Bay, the way they keep Norfolk and Suffolk all together, but then they put Essex, I understand, because it's next door. I don't understand putting Kent in there. I thought I was going to London. I thought I was going to Feltham. And then I got out of the wagon, and everyone was talking like Norfolk, like farmer, like country bump kids. I was thinking, where the fuck am I? Crazy. Show that. What was that? Most UK places are shitholes. Indeed. A friend of yours got robbed at knife point. He was 70. That's shocking, man. I'll tell you what, I pity the poor fucker that jumps out on me when I'm that age and tries having it with me. I'll have something waiting for then. By the time we're at 70s, like in the 70s, you're gonna need a tool or something in your pocket, man. Ain't you? You're gonna need that. Then again, I can still sort of have a look like Rumble at the minute. It's probably my ADHD. Oh, he's got stabbed to death. Shocking, isn't it? Your dad's shop has been broken into twice in 2 months. What sort of shops he got, big? Must be something worth having robbing then in there. Ipswich, eh? You make me think of Ipswich now. Ipswich Church. Butchers. Good business, man. Because all you can hear in Woodbridge, where Holiday Bay is, you've got a lot of American Air Force bases, isn't you, around Woodbridge? Because all you see is fucking planes going over and breaking into a butcher's. Yeah, mate. Imagine you get a bit, you know what I mean, a bit of lamb nowadays, costs an arm and a leg, doesn't it? I like lamb, I do. Lamb, steak, bit of pork chops. No pun intended. Yeah, all the meat prices are going through the roof, aren't they? Oh, right, you've been doing it years. You never gone into that then, Mick? Follow your father. The thing is as well, you rob a bit of meat nowadays, you break in the butchers and have it all off, get in the freezers and all that. It's easily sold, isn't it? Everybody's going to be wanting to buy it. Housing estates now. Oh, right. They were Yankee air bases when I was up there, but obviously that was when I was 17. Yeah, very weird little place, Woodbridge. Weird little train station. Like a little platform in the middle of nowhere. They dropped me off, right? I got let out of fucking Holiday Bay, right? At about 3:15 in the afternoon. I got back from work, right? Thinking I still had about 6 weeks left to do. But I put in for a load of remand and days back from the police. And it'd all come back. And they called me in. He said, "You're going home, Homewood. Pack your stuff. You got 10 minutes to get out." I was like, "What?" So I went around, give me backy to me pals and just give all my stuff away. They said, "We'll drop you at the train station with your warrant." I thought, cheers then. That was about 5 o'clock in the evening. And just a little platform it is, just a little... You couldn't even have a piss on the platform, it's that small. Yeah, I had to go from Ipswich, from Woodbridge, right down into London, and then from London to Kent. And then I had to bring my sister and her fella had to come get me. But yeah, that was quite mad. I've got quite a few days back though. I used to be a bell jumper. I never used to turn up at court and that, so they used to put me in the cell for the weekends. But you get on them days back, you see. In fact, it's a weird little setup, Holiday Bay. But I was in the open bit, do you know what I mean? You got the lockdown bit. But where it was my first time in, I was in there for driving on a van twice, so I got put in the open bit. I thought, wow, this is different. Fucking windows and shit. But I did me time. Scrooge was all right there. Holiday Bay. The physical regime though is a bit marching about, bed packs and all that is a bit crazy. Yeah, it changed, Mick. If you remember, in '95, that's where Darren Nichols and all that and the Essex boys met, and it was Cat C then. But in '88, when I was in there, it was a young offenders institution, and that was it for kiddies between the ages of 17 and 21. And I was 17. I spent my 18th birthday in there. Yeah. Sure was an eye-opener. Squeaky bum time when you walk in now and all the fucking other youths look round, boom, and everyone's looking at you. Fucking have some of that. Crazy. Crazy, man. Still makes one person from there now. A kiddie from Margate, Johnny Fincham, I got pally with. Ten years ago, exactly. You're right there, Noodle. Yeah, quite a few of them. When I was in there was names, because obviously that place dates back to the 60s and all that. There's names written on the old snooker table underneath where people scratch their name in, like, I was here, like, fucking 61 or whatever. But... And what did I put? In a dormitory. You got your own room with a key. at Holiday Bay, and I was right on the end. So furthest away from the squirrel I was. Yeah, the old physical, the old PE, the old physical's a bit, and I was pretty fit when I got there, but they make you sick, man, running around in circles with a medicine ball doing fucking. But again, you've been a naughty boy, ain't you? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I got a job in the. I was in the main stores with a little guy called Sammy from Ipswich, a little coloured fella. Yeah, I think the craze was there, mate. Just think, a few years later, I would have met the Essex mob. Well, I did meet the Essex mob, but a different mob. That's all there was in there. It was Norfolk, Suffolk, Kent and Essex. No London whatsoever. Nowhere anywhere else. Nowhere up any higher than sort of Norfolk, Suffolk. The Suffolk ones, their accents ain't too bad. It's them Norfolk boys. They ooh ah and all that, innit? Sound like right country farmers to me, but okay, mate. Take care, mate. You have a good one. And thank you for joining us. You're welcome anytime. Yeah, they got the right people, mate. Don't you think the criminal world would have spoken by now if they're the wrong people? And when they got Nick right, they didn't give their alibi until they actually went to court. Now, if you had a alibi, right, you'll be screaming like a fucking, you'll be talking like a good un. If you was in there on that murder thing, you'd be telling them your alibi. Carrot crunchers, yeah, you know that. The Suffolk ones weren't too bad. That their accents are a bit sort of different. But then ones from Norfolk, fucking hell. I used to have the cell next to me. It was my mate McCann, and in the next cell that we in was two brothers who was from Norfolk, and they got done for nicking tractors and that. And they were like the Backy Barons, the Biscuit Barons. So you could like borrow. Well, it's doubles in now. It was. So you could borrow a pack of biscuits, but you'll be paying back 2 or 1.5. Yeah, fucking weird looking geezer, and his brother had ginger hair. What was it? His cousin had ginger hair, man. But they look quite nasty though. I don't think they fucked about. Yeah, that's what they got done for. Nicking fucking tractors, man. Straight up, no? I think it's a good bit of money in that, I bet. It's just their accents I can't stand. Saying that, they was alright, do you know what I mean? Somebody's talking on my CB in there. Something's happening on the radio. I can hear talking. Trying to get up. Fucking. Yeah, fucking Norfolk, eh? Bernard Matthews. Can you hear the talking? Definitely got a radio on the go.
Yeah. So then Neil and Isabel came round for afternoon tea and stayed a while. They brought back a packet of biscuits.
Stills parole.
Oh yeah. Oh.
They was to let him out, mate. They was to let him out. They've done their time, you know what I mean?
Cool. So they come round, they
It ain't like they murdered. It's the same as the Crays. They get all that time in jail. And it ain't like they murdered innocent people. You know what I mean? No, they murdered other villains, man. But I think the right people are in jail, right? But I also think that Darren Nichols of Supergrass could have possibly been a trigger man. He could have been right there. It's the Norfolk lads coming to get me, man.
61 years ago, and a day, we
Yeah.
went to Bournemouth.
They used to say to me,
Hotel for,
I bet you Kent boys can have a fight out in the countryside. I said, yeah, we can. They used to like, they didn't try it, they used to say. I said, yeah, we might be from the countryside, but we still have a row. But saying that, I sort of got teamed up with the Essex kids in there. Obviously, we sound similar.
not even at the wedding. There were two groups of people outside the mine-law's house, back door. That's it. That was the wedding pictures. And
Menu.
that was not one of those flash today type weddings.
No. Funny enough,
Confirm.
no photos at all of my second marriage. Oh, I've got the ones of me first. But
Yeah, it is
some of the
interesting. That guy who's talking now,
Well, there we go.
he's about 82.
Did you want any?
Yeah, it's quite interesting. They talk about all sorts of stuff.
Thing in the past, wasn't it? Is that the one that wrecked all your CDs or your radios?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, so you wouldn't want to keep.
I've got them fucking ginger kids in my head now. Ginger hair dad.
There we are.
One of them had all freckles.
She's done.
But they looked at big units, they was.
The people she was sending to wasn't in the PDF.
All that farming, isn't it?
And it's a
They
PDF.
were quite
so
big kids.
I did it for her.
But I think if you had a row with one, the other cousin would join in.
Silly.
Not that I had any major rows in there.
Off the end. Put down password.
Yeah, mate, that was wicked. Can you remember when you was a kid on the FM radio tuning into the old Bill and that? It's all just digital now, man. The only way you can listen now is if you fucking go up to a copper, fucking rip his radio off, but then as soon as he gets onto the station, they'll defunk the radio.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want her to send a CV off to somebody.
It's mad, I can still remember it, everything so vividly about Ollerslie Bay. But then again, it was my first sentence. Plus I spent my 18th birthday there, it's probably why not, and forget it.
We are. Nothing exciting at all, really.
It was interesting, that's for sure.
Hope to catch.
That was the first real time I'd sort of been away, like.
Cool.
That's why hearing all these accents, I thought, what the fuck? When I got out the meat wagon, all I could hear was country bumpkins. I thought, where the fuck am I?
So I said,
Yeah, I'm going to dive off anyway, bruv. Charge my phone up. Been on here an hour. Anyway, whatever you're doing, watch out for them Norfolk boys. Ginger hair, man. They're coming.